I think so. Let's see. See if we're good to go. I tried to go the other day. I swear to God, I was on for 40 minutes. They shadow banned me or something. So let's make sure. Let's make sure this is kicking. Yeah, I swear I was on for 40 minutes the other day through StreamYard. Not a single person jumped on my live. I ended the live, went live. I went around StreamYard and went straight to YouTube. And I had like 5 people immediately. I was like, really? So they were, I don't know, they didn't like me that day for some reason. They were shutting me down. But let's see if anybody jumps on here.
All right. People be jumping to be hating on you that bad, huh?
It's because it's a let's see, yeah, okay, there's people in here. Because it's a tech company, a lot of these big tech companies, they don't allow you a way. It's not like a phone number where you could just pick them up the phone and just call them, right? So there's no real way to like get to these people. So a lot of the times they communicate with you through just doing things. You'll just get a strike, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Let's see. Caught me like a motherfucker. All right, we got people in the building. We're good. Let's see if Conrad... I don't know if Conrad got the message, though, yet, because I don't see him. Big Sexy, I see you. Big Sexy Lakota is in the house. So...
Oh, yeah.
We've got, can anybody hear me? Can you guys hear me right now? That's the first one we need to figure out, because I got the phone way over there. The phone is got to be plugged in because my phone is dying. And then, so I need the microphone, which I've got swung over there to be right above the phone. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me right now. As long as you guys can hear me right now, and then, Manuel, are you there?
Yeah. Yep.
Can you guys hear Manuel? Talk to him, Manuel. Say hi.
Hey, hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
Can you guys hear that appropriately? Does it sound good? I got one thing that says it's okay. I got it loud and clear. I can hear everything perfect. I got Sunset says the audio is okay. So we're good. Better than Conrad's, than what we had going out at Conrad's, right? Sounds better?
Yeah.
We hear you both. He sounded more clear on his StreamYard, though. Okay. So we're good. Let's see. Man, I got caught mouth. Oh, heartburn today, too. Tashanka Whitco. Salute, my friend. Where is Conrad? Conrad's not showing up, though, huh? Hold on. Let me text this fool again.
Yeah, hit him
My stupid phone, if you don't, like, charge it right, it doesn't want to charge, and I don't feel like arguing with it right now. So I got to be, like, super careful here. And
Antonio on there?
Huh?
Is Antonio there? My nephew?
Somebody just hit me up in the chat. I got a Nick Sandoval. Just hit me up in the chat. Are you talking about Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony's always around. I talked to him earlier, yeah. Anytime you go live,
Tell him to hit up Conrad and tell Conrad to get on there. If it's messing up on your phone.
Well, I'm wondering if Conrad, like, because a lot of times whenever you get off a live, like, you'll go to the bathroom or go do other stuff because he's not answering the phone right now, but I bet you anything he'll be back. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'll drop the link for the chat in him anyway. Let's see, actually, we'll pull this out so I can hear Manuel a little bit better. Nick Sandoval, what up? Salute, my homie. Thank you for showing up. Choco, I see you. Yeah, your cousin Nick's here, brother. Let's see.
All right, tell myself, Nick, hello, buddy.
Yeah. They should be able to hear you. Everybody can hear you, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm pasting right now.
Yeah.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, this is my homeboy Manuel. My homie got an 81-year sentence for blasting a cop. He blasted a cop in the 90s. Well, I don't know if anybody's paid attention, but since the pandemic happened, they've been letting pretty much everybody go. If you got a life sentence and like any sort of play at all, they've been letting people go. They've been, rethinking people's sentences, stuff like that, and finding ways to let people out. This dude shot a cop that turned out to be a dirty cop, and they are acting like they don't want. They acting like this dude is like Nicky Barnes, you know what I mean, or Pablo Escobar or something like that. So my homie's been doing 26. He's what are you at now? 29 years? 28 years?
No,
31. 31 years flat. How long's it been since you had a write-up?
Oh, no, I got to write up about beat somebody up about 6 months ago.
So you've got, how many write-ups you got in 31 years?
I don't even know.
No?
Maybe.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
No, I only got like, they're all fighting, so maybe 20 of them that they caught me with.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
So.
But everything else, I've never been.
He ain't never. He's not in there killing nobody. He's not in there killing nobody. He's not in there running drug rings. He's not in. Never gave him no hot UAs. He's not having people whacked or any of that. And they are holding on to this dude like you would not believe. I seen killers that I know are killers released. I seen one released from Pier 1. Went on a with me. Escaped. He went on a pass with me. Escaped. Ran off. I got in trouble for it, right? Because he ran off whenever I was there. I got in trouble for it. Kept going through the program. He goes back to prison, gets back out, and then they let him into Pier 1 again. And he ran off again, right? And I know that dude's got a body. He's an old ass Deca fool. I'm not going to put his name out there, but he's an old ass Deca fool. All them fools got bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, really? So my homie, they don't want to let my homeboy out. I don't know why they don't want to let my homeboy out. He's a big boy. I'll give him that. He's about, what are you about 300 pounds? Or are you less than 300 now?
315.
315?
I work out every day still.
This fool plays soccer and shit like that. 315-pound fool plays soccer. But, I mean, it's only one man. It's not like he's, crazy dangerous or nothing like that. It's like, come on, man.
Anyways, he sent everyone to my channel. It just wasn't
He
working.
ain't killing nobody. He ain't hurting nobody. He ain't doing none of that. And they letting all these fools go. Everybody who got a life sentence, homie, is getting a chance. So, but it looks like maybe they are giving you a chance, my homie, because now you're in a minimum, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? In this minimum, it's the one that's in uni, so they don't got no programs. The only thing is I'm going to college, so I do my college out of Trinidad State. But that's because I went looking for it. Everything, they just don't do nothing for me because of who I was in the past and what I became and what we all became. That's why I get so mad at certain people when they got something to say, because everybody that has got naturalized sentences already out. I'm the only one that's still here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it just makes a person mad.
Well, and that's the same thing, because they try to say, exactly like you said, they say, oh, well, Latin protection program. Well, they say, oh, we're scared, but then they say that we're protecting people. Which one is it? I can't be scared if I'm protecting people. You know what I mean? Right?
But they always contradict themselves. That's why one time I was going to get on here and I was going to, go after everybody, but that's not me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and try to bash somebody out because they don't like me. You know what? I've walked in for all these years, and I'm going to continue to walk, and I'm going to continue to be me. It's just, it gets old when I hear people talk about my homies, the ones that I know that are real. Because, like I told Conrad a little while ago, I'm proud that you're doing good.
Yeah.
I'm proud that Conrad's doing good. That makes me feel like a father that didn't fail. I might have failed myself, and sometimes I want to go back to being who I was, just to show them that they can never stop me if I wanted to do it, but I'm not. You know, the last couple of days I keep saying this, it's bad. I felt like really tugged at. I've never put my trust in somebody, and I did, and they ripped out part of me, and it's like, all right, that's the way you want to feel, cool. Do what you do. I'm getting out. It's not like I ain't, because I am here. It might be in like a year, and we was going to be soon, man. Pier 1 was already looking at me, and then they closed down, so that shut down. So
yeah.
But next year I'll have 18 months to my thing, so I can go to a halfway house.
Well, so what Pier 1's doing is I've actually went over there and talked to him about a week ago. I went over and talked to some of the staff that are still there, and they're going to move to a model, a much more holistic model, a lot more trying to address the trauma that people have gone through. Instead of addressing people's behaviors and screaming at them, they're going to try to focus on addressing the pain and shit that people have been caused through. And what they want to do is they're going to fill it up with almost all DOC clients for whatever reason. They're going to make it a lot more integrated with DOC. And what they're saying, well, this is what they're doing right now. They've already got this model up and running with the women. It's called the Haven. They've got it to where if you mess up, catch a felony or something like that, and it's got to do with drugs, they put you in Pier 1 or the Haven for 30 days. Then they let you back out. If you fuck up again, you go in for 60 days. If you fuck up again, you go in for 90 days. And if you fuck up again, you're going back to the joint. And this is what they want to implement for the guys as well.
Yeah. Well, that'd be cool. But you know what? Are they going to do it out there for them and not for us in here? That's what I need to know. Because if I can still get a chance to do it, I'm going to do it. Whatever it takes for me to get out there. But you know what? What I say, and this is what I told Conrad when we were talking earlier, all the vatos that say that they're our homies and try to come around me later on when I'm out, brother, you didn't know me for all my years that I was here, just when you was around me. So I don't got nothing for them. Like you, like Conrad, Sleepy, Miguel, them are the boys that I will love to the day I die. But the rest of them, my bro, if you don't got nothing for me, I don't got nothing for you. And that's just
Yeah, you ain't missing nothing. I'm out here on the streets, and I'll tell you firsthand, homie, you ain't missing a fucking thing.
No, and I believe that. I believe that just like in here. In here, you know what? I told my nephew, Antonio, that I wanted to go backwards. Just within the last couple of days, he told me, Nina, why are you going to try to throw this shit away? Why do you want to go back to something that ain't there no more? Because it's not. This life that's here is not the same life that we used to live. It's nothing like it. Now, don't get me wrong, a person can find a fight anywhere, like Conrad always says. But you know what? It ain't the same kind of clientele. It ain't the same kind of people. I don't got the backing that I used to have. But neither does nobody else. There's so much betrayal in prison anymore that it ain't even worth it. The only thing that's back there is a lot of just death. It's over. It's overrated, and people can say that they're this or that, but they're not. I see them every day. I walk by them all the time. They don't ever change. The old timers were getting pushed out. This new booty shit is old. It's not for us. And I'm not trying to disrespect the youngsters, because everybody got their own life, ¿entiendes? But you know what? They're nothing like us. Their word ain't shit. They feed off women. They don't even take care of the women. They don't know how to love. They don't know how. But you know what? The women love it, I guess. They love a man that whoop their ass, I guess. I don't know. It's just a different world for me. It's something that I'm not used to. You know what? When a person turns me on, I'm going to tell you this. You know firsthand that I give my heart to every one of my canales. I'll do anything for them. You know that more than anybody. So does Conrad, so does anybody else. But when you give it to people and they crush it, I don't know how to take it. I told the person just the other day, I said, you know what? I don't do it half-assed. I don't say I'm going to go do something. I don't do it half-assed. I do it all in or nothing. When I say I love you, I love you. When I say I hate you, period. But people don't believe that. They don't know us. They don't know the way we are. They didn't know how strong we were when we were together. You know? And today it ain't that world. Not in here or out there.
They say you look like Mikey Alvarado, homie. Conrad?
Who's
Dude in the comments says you look like Mikey Alvarado.
Hell no. What?
Mikey does?
No, the dude in the comments is saying that Conrad looks like the dude in the comments he's from the hood. I can tell he's from the hood because he says the homie Chino. He said let's hit up Dirty Dan's. And I'm pretty sure he's talking about the homie Chino from Westwood. So this is somebody. It's somebody fucking with us from the town.
That fool no good, homie. That fool got paperwork on him. Don't.
Who?
Mikey, the boxer. Is that what you're talking about? Boxer?
The boxer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got paperwork on him?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
I never seen no paperwork on him.
No, I'll show it to you.
Yeah?
He got paperwork now.
Oh wait, does he got an R case?
Oh no weirdo shit. He got no. Some bloods tried to get off on him, and I think they capped at him, and he kind of testified, or you know what I'm saying?
What's up, Manuel?
Who was that said that? Somebody said he got paperwork on him?
That's Conrad. Conrad's talking.
Oh,
The only reason I know this dog,
I didn't know it. Conrad will know.
I used to hang out at prime time.
Hold on real quick. I'm going to take my headphones off, and we're going to see if everybody can hear each other
Okay.
whenever I take this off, all right?
All right.
All right. Can you hear Manuel right now, Conrad?
Manuel.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Yes.
Conrad?
Manuel.
Manuel, can you hear Conrad?
Yeah, I heard him say Manuel.
Okay. I think we can all hear each other. How's the echo sound?
It's not bad.
It's not bad? Okay.
No.
Everybody should be able to hear each other. This guy in the comments says, what did he say? He said he got caught with a banger? Got caught up with a pistol. Mikey got caught with a pistol?
You know, I'm not hating on the youngster. You did some great things with the boxing, brother. I used to try to talk sense into that kid, but I used to bounce up at prime time, so all him and his family used to hang out up there. And your respects to the Alvarados, I know a lot of them, man. They're a big time wrestling family.
Yeah.
But
Marble Man.
yeah, we'll get into all that at the like after Manuel hangs up or something, because I want Manuel to have the floor.
Well,
so.
Manuel's about to Manuel's got 1 minute left.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'll be back.
He'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back.
So,
I'll be right back.
All right.
yes, sir, brother.
I got you, brother. No worries.
Okay, I'll be right back.
The caller has hung up.
Yeah, so basically, he used to always go to that prime time. I used to bounce over there, and he's always a cool kid. You know what I mean? He used to like the cronies, bro. He liked all that crowd and all them dudes holding his nuts and shit. And I used to be like, bro, all these homies ain't your homies, bro.
Do that link through the StreamYard, my brother?
Somehow or another,
I don't even know how to wrench anybody up.
there's one of your videos is playing on my phone. Hold on.
Oh, the fuck is that? Yeah, I hear it.
That's a bitch. See what I get for no.
Okay.
All right. Hold on, it's doing something. It's sending me something here. Oh, Weavy sent me $5. Good looking, Weavy.
Weavy coming through with the dinero all the time. Big
right,
baller.
Here's Manuel.
Hello, this is a free call from an incarcerated individual at Buena Vista Correctional Facility. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
All right, we're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear him? The chat?
Yep.
Should be.
Hey, Conrad's going to put me on the visiting where I can see you guys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To do the video chats?
Yeah, we're getting them here with this, because this is a new system here. They put a new system in DLC.
Yeah, I didn't know. It kept coming through different, and I wasn't answering it because I didn't recognize the number. That's why I haven't been answering your calls the last couple weeks. I just realized a couple days ago that what happened is I played one of my voicemails. I was going through my voicemails, and I was like, "What is this?" And I hit it, and I was like, "Oh, it's from Buny." I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, no, that's me now. They changed it up. I've been blocked and everything on this son of a gun already.
Yeah. So,
They're blocking me and everything.
so what have they said? You've obviously been at Buny now, this is a minimum camp, a minimum restricted camp, a level 2. So
Yeah.
you've obviously gotten a chance now. Last time I talked to you, you hadn't really talked to your case manager or anything. You've gotten a chance to talk to him now. What are they talking about? What are they doing with you? What's happening?
They're keeping me on blank right now, but we're getting ready to fill out a thing for, it's called, not clemency, it's called the commute board.
A commute? Okay. Commuted sentence?
And I'm gonna try to get the commute where they send me to a halfway house and I'm to completion, they go into parole, then I'll be out. If not, next year I'll be able to put in for the halfway house. But because of who I am, they think that I'm gonna get shot down. The only way that I had a big chance is at Pier 1 because it had so much power.
Mm-hmm.
See, what people don't understand is that they hate me more than they hate most people in DLC.
Why?
What's that?
Big time,
Why?
you know?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I believe that we were just a little smarter than everybody else. They can never catch us with nothing. They can never pin nothing on us. They always thought it was us. I sent a write-up just recently out where they try to point everything to us, and they never really got nothing from us, you know? Now they got that indictment on us, but that was on the streets. That wasn't in here, and I never talked to them people, so they couldn't get me on that. But it's sad that they got some of the brothers because there's some good people they did get. But like I say, it ain't always easy. The world's changed, and they just hate. They hate what is real. I believe. I believe that. I believe even just people on the street too. They're gonna hate us because we've always been real. They can say what they want about me, but they'll never say it to me. Never have, never will. They say things, oh, some of your homeboys are this way or that way, but you know what? They never said it to them. So it's like it's always been that way, and it forever will. One day you told me that somebody was saying something, you just let them say it. You know why? Because a real man ain't gonna fight a dumb person. Ain't gonna fight a person that got their own opinion. Everybody got their opinions. But when you walk with your head high, you're gonna always get where you're going because you step over the shit. And that's what I'm trying to do here. They be on me about a lot of things, and I'm just trying to walk straight. I got some real good fellas around me all the time. I got 2 workout partners that work out with me every day. One's getting ready to leave. His name's Gordo. He's going to be hitting you guys up out there. He's a good homie. And then some other homies that are getting ready to go. And I'm glad, you know?
Yeah, people going home. It's nice being around people going home, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I see it every day here. Sometimes it gets sad because it's been so long for me. And then I'm like old school, so it ain't the same way as everybody else. I watch it and I get excited. But then I get mad because it's not the same kind of element of people that I'm used to being with. These people here ain't nothing like us.
Oh, yeah.
There's a handful of them here that we talk and we kick it every day because the rest of them ain't like us.
Yeah, but them not being like us is the reason they got there, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's who put it this way, the cops didn't mess up. That's who they want there. They, you know?
And the great thing about it, though, is my nephew Adam said it like this. Maybe you're there to be prepared to hit the street. You want to see? Gordo said to tell everybody what's up out there. But my nephew Adam said, you know what? Maybe you're getting prepared to hit the streets because everybody out there are like the people where you're at. And I was like, damn. Not everybody like who you was, you know? And I got to remember that. We're a dying breed, should I say? But we're a strong breed, my brother. We're going to last forever as long as we keep on giving the knowledge to the ones that really want it.
They can't, it would be hard to justify locking somebody up for a shooting for 31 years and then just letting them out from a medium, you know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me if they even progress you again all the way down to a minimum and make you sit at a minimum. But what I think is, personally, them moving you to that minimum just started a clock somewhere, and eventually that clock is going to let you out the front door. As long as you just keep doing what you're doing. I don't know how long it's going to take, because obviously the system doesn't work all that fast, but they wouldn't have put you there if they weren't planning to do something with you.
Yeah. No, I believe that in times, but then at times it gets dark. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and you know what? Talking to you, talking to Conrad, and my brothers that take the negativity from me, my nephew, you know, because I've been in a dark place, my bro, if you'd see, you know what? My nephew put up a post because he says my uncle finally made it somewhere where he could buy this, buy that. If anybody wants to donate, help me out, kick it down to me. And you know what? Not my familia, not nobody ever did anything. And that's cool. Nobody owes me nothing. But in that same point, always remember when the time turns. You know what I'm saying? So I got some good people.
You're good.
I really do.
You're good. It's
And I
okay.
love you all. But there's only certain people that I'm going to ever reach out for. And that's you, that's Conrad for sure, Miguel, Sleepy, and Majito Antonio. And a lot of my family, my immediate family, because they've always been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean this. Now, I know when I hear, because I see some of the guys come back from the streets that come here, like the brothers and some of the widows, and they're like, because Mike Trent is here and all of that. And they're all like, what's up, man? How you doing? You been good? My bro, the only reason you remember me is because you're seeing me again. And because of who I am. My name never changes. But I still give them a soup or whatever they need, you know what I mean? Because I'll never change.
Yeah.
I believe we put on a thing to be who we were. When we put them letras on our backs and where we put them, it was because it was an honor to be who we were. The rest of them, they took it and they ran with it. They used us. However anybody wants to see it. Okay, good. They're cowards, they're this, they're that. I don't see it that way. I see it that, you know what? When we did it because we love. And the vatos that didn't love us back, oh well, my brother. I just will never shake your hand again, ¿me entiendes?
Jimmy Jams, Jimmy Jams said to send you. He said, if you talk to Manuel, I said, yeah, I talk to him sometimes. He said, tell that fat motherfucker I said I love him. He's doing good,
That's my boy too.
yeah, my homie. Yeah, he got married, man.
Wow.
Found some woman he's all in love with, and they're all married, and they got like the joint Facebook account and just yeah, it's serious, bro. It's serious.
Yeah.
He be on Facebook at least once a week talking about how beautiful she is and how much he loves her and everything else. He's doing good, man.
That's beautiful. And
Yeah.
you know what? Listen, for the people that are scared of me, don't be scared of me. If you don't do us wrong, we won't do you wrong. And that's what I mean. I don't care. I'm not a killer no more. But you know what? If you're my family and I love you, I will always protect you. Whether you like it or not. It's just the way we are. The
Yeah.
ones that are my brothers.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's what people don't understand. They're not used to the way we're aggressive. The vatos that have been here and done it, how close-knit we were. For when one would strike, everybody would strike. They don't understand that. Now, these new booty dudes, they don't care about that shit. All they care about is getting high and doing
Shit.
what they do.
Talking about.
We're using the girl for.
I'll tell you this. Talking about being scared, you know, you wouldn't believe how many people are in the comments section of my videos, and they've decided that they're going to be tough about Jimmy Jams. They get in there and try to disrespect Jimmy Jams, and I seem to remember it was a whole bunch of crickets whenever we was on the yard. Whenever Jimmy Jams was on the yard, well, nothing but crickets and smiles, homie. Everybody just had big smiles for the homie. And yeah, you wouldn't believe how brave these people get in the comments, homie. And I know for a fact you wouldn't have said that if you was on the yard with him. But okay.
No. But you know what? That's why you gotta laugh. Just like with me, you know what? A lot of these vatos always have something to say. But you know what? When they meet us in person, they can't say that. Did you hear what Conrad said? Conrad's a big old beast, a gorilla that beats up everybody that's in his past. And that vato said, man, I have love for you, but I kind of feared you too. But you know what? I feared all my brothers because the ones I picked are warriors. They weren't clowns, they weren't whatever. So I don't care what anybody says. Because I know when we walked together, nobody told us nothing. Nobody told me when I was walking alone, when Conrad walked alone, when you walked alone. But everybody wants to say something afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't speak about them.
Yeah.
I speak about us. But you know what an old man told me? His name's Danny Weeks. He's one of the original AB. He says, Daniel, what are you? Loved, respected, feared? I said, well, I think I'm loved. I think I'm respected, but I think I'm feared. But you know what? I believe I'm hated the most. And you know what he said? He says that's what legends are made out of. And that's an old man that if anybody wants to look him up, he's in the FBI's 10 most wanted. His name's Danny Weeks. That was one of my favorite friends, and he's a Aryan brother that knows everything about everybody, and he knows who I was, and it was cool. Just like some of the main dudes of the others, I can't say names, but they all know that we weren't cowards, we weren't scared, we wasn't none of that. The only difference is that we loved our people, so it don't matter what anybody says. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Jams would have went with anybody at any time.
Oh yeah.
For anybody to dog him, they're crazy. For them to dog Conrad, they're crazy. And you know what? Sometimes we get it from our own. You know what I mean? I'll fuck that rapper. But you know what?
100%. 100%.
You know?
So
Yeah.
what programs they got you in over there? What do they got you doing?
I'm in college. I'm in college right now. I'm doing psychology and nonviolent communication and math.
And math.
I'm getting ready. I think by next year I'll have my associate's degree.
Nice. How many credits are you taking? How many classes are you taking this semester?
This semester I'm only taking 3 classes, so that's only 4 is for math. So it's like 10 credits I get this semester.
Okay, so you're taking a heavy math class then. It's got a lab in it or something like that? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so heavy that it scares me.
Nice.
It's like crazy math, but
You're getting it though? Are you getting it though?
Huh?
Are you getting it though?
Yeah, I'm getting it. The professor helps me. I'm on Zoom with them. I'm on Zoom with all the prisons in Colorado, and I see them, and we all go to school together. And I'm with the professor out of Trinidad, so it's pretty good.
That's one of the
He came up-
that's one of the hardest classes that you're going to go through is that math, just to get your prerequisite maths out of the way, and then like economics is a little bit tricky too.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like math. There's a lot of math in it, but it's like, but you're not adding words. You're adding numbers, or not numbers. You're adding like you're adding words, or you're adding concepts like impact. Like how much force. Impact is how much force I hit you with in the face, right? Well, to calculate impact, you have to calculate speed times mass, maybe? Speed times mass equals impact. So you're not multiplying numbers anymore, you're multiplying words, right?
Oh, all right.
You see what I mean? So it gets a little convoluted. But I was never very good at economics. I got like a C in economics. I didn't do great.
Well, I'm pretty doing good. I'm not as good as Anthony. Anthony's getting A's in his college courses. I'm getting like B's. But that's because when they moved me from CSP over here, they lost all my homework. Just like now, I'm behind, but I've already caught up this weekend. I've been cramming a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know?
Plus,
But,
and,
I'm
hey,
doing it.
and you know, if you just sit there and just keep getting those credits in, I'm just gonna turn this way since I'm over here anyway. Keep getting them credits in, homie, and then you come out with a degree. If you come out with an associate's, homie, you could step right into trying to get your bachelor's, dog. Your bachelor in a couple years, you could have a master's or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't because you were in jail, you wouldn't have used up any really of your like financial aid, your extra financial aid that you get access to, because I'm sure they're paying for your classes, but out here it's a whole different story. You know what I mean? They out here they pay for your classes and you get thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, well, the state takes the thousands of dollars I get here because I am under a Pell Grant, and but that's cool as long as I'm getting this schooling.
Well, out here you'll get access to all that money. Out here you'll get access to all that money. You know what I mean?
Once I get my I can get my master's after my bachelor's. I mean, after my associates, I'll get my
Your bachelor's.
get my bachelor's, and they'll pay for it. They already said they already showed me how much money I got. I got like 75,000 for it.
Yep.
So I'm doing all right. It's just you know what, my bro? Honest to God, you guys make me feel good because it's the darkness inside me that wants to come out again. I want to go back to who I was just to show, but then to show who, it don't matter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
To prove what to who? These fucking
Yeah,
losers?
to prove that. Yeah. You know what? The ones that matter know who I am. The ones that matter know that I love. You know, like I was telling Conrad earlier, that you know what? I didn't change what I say. I still say I walk with love in my heart, peace in my mind, pride in my stride. A lot of people don't understand that, but the ones that I love know what I mean. So it don't matter who walks away or who's who. I will always be Manuel Amor, and I will always be Los Primeros to the day I die.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that I'm doing anything or recruiting or doing anything, because I'm not. You know what? I stepped down and let everybody else do what they want to do. Once they started making it into a gang member, I lost interest. Because the ones that are doing that, they always need people to back them or people to do stuff. I'm not an idiot. You know?
Facts.
Don't for once
Facts.
I feel that we're cowards, because we're not.
Yeah.
You know what? I can take 3 dudes and do what 100 of them can't do.
Yeah. No, that's right. The more motherfuckers, and that's what I got to realize, that the more and more years I got in, it's like the more motherfuckers in your ride, the more chances you got for problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the happiest when it was me, Jimmy Jams, and Blea. That was the whole yard. And Walsenburg. Cooler than fuck, dog. That was the coolest time ever, dog.
And me, I loved it when it was me and Conrad against the whole Centennial. That's when Centennial was supposed to be the baddest place ever. And I told Conrad, don't you ever let these fucking old timers tell you shit. We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
That's how I was. You know what? People can say what they
What do you
want.
got? Hold on, my dog's chewing. Jack. No. Thank you, sir. Here you go.
Where are you at?
But
Right
with
here,
everybody, I'm not trying to dog or disrespect no other crew. I'm not.
No.
I'm not. You know what? Don't ever think that not half of them crews that are out there that talk about us, half their homies are always part of us. The only thing is they got big in the joint, so they forgot who we were.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can go from the beginning of the biggest crew here that was Wino and Snubs and all them, God bless their soul, they were all part of us. So whenever anybody wants to say anything, I know who's who. Always have. I've been walking this forever. And these guys know too. So it don't matter that they say anything or what they got to say about me.
We have 1 minute left.
But look, there's my 1 minute and I'm going to let you guys go this time.
Okay.
I'll let you guys do what you guys got to do. Conrad, when you can, make sure you put that visiting list and we'll go live and we'll speak real about everything that we got.
Yeah, I'll figure this out, brother. And then I got Gangish out me.
I love you. And everybody out there, my familia and everybody, I love you and God bless you. And I hope to see you soon. Because I'm coming home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're coming home. Just keep it healthy, dog. Keep it healthy. Keep eating them greens, homie. Start eating them greens. You know what I mean?
I'm as big as a mouse. I'm as big as the monster still at the Tellers one too.
How much you bench pressing right now?
About 450.
450.
Yeah, I haven't lost too much.
Yeah.
But I'm still there.
What are you not? What are you? How old are you? 50? 52?
53.
53.
53 and finals in hell.
450 ain't bad for 53.
No.
That's really good.
Keep producing. Secure.
Wish I could hit 450.
No,
Dude,
I've never hit 450.
yeah, I never been over 4. Fact.
360 was the biggest I.
365 is the best I've ever did. I'm not bullshitting. I'm being honest. I have long ass limbs. My arms as long as fuck. I don't got that short. I got to
They say
extend.
that's where it's at too. They say them fools who got super short arms, they have a real advantage in bench pressing.
Yeah, because their range of motion's like fucking 3 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best I've ever did was 365, and I actually dislocated my AC joint.
That was one of the main things that I learned from Manuel was like, and he kept making fun of me. He was like, "Oh, you guys are maxing out again, huh? Maxing out again, huh?" And then he pulled me over one day. He's like, "Homie, you guys are out there lifting weights because you care what other people see with it you're putting on the fucking rack, dog."
Yeah,
He was like, "That's not how you lift weights." He said, "Listen, bro." He said, "You guys think that I'm lifting heavy because of how much I lift." He goes, "You don't understand. I'm putting 275 on there and doing it for like 15 and 20."
Yeah.
He said, "So I want you to go put whatever you can put on there, and if you can't do it for 15 or 20, stop touching it."
yeah,
And so I had to go, and I could do 155. I could do 155 for 4 sets of 15. And I just started going up. And I would do,
Yeah.
and then eventually it was 175, 195,
Yeah.
2.25, 245 for set, you know what I mean? And it started getting like that. And it was, and he was right. He was right. We were just trying to, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't know enough about weightlifting. I really didn't. I didn't realize that's not what gains muscle,
right.
you know? Maxing out all the time. You gain way more muscle touching 60% of your max and just working out with it.
Yeah.
Driving it.
That's where the hypertrophy, which you grow, your muscles grow at that range. Your fast and slow twitch muscle fibers. So, yeah.
Phoenix tapping in. Good to see you, mommy. You don't know a dude named Taz from Phoenix, do you? Cool and a motherfucker. He's from a tiny hood called Barrio Anot. That's the name of his hood. Barrio Anot. His name is Epiforio, Epiforino, or something like that.
Thanks for coming to the rescue on that one, brother. You know what I
You're
mean?
good.
It was just short notice. He wanted to do it, and then I was out running around all day. I didn't even know if I was gonna get back in time.
Yeah, you seen I was driving back whenever.
No, yeah. That's why I said I was like, he tried, bro. I was like, I don't know. He said his phone,
Yeah.
But that's dope. It all worked out.
No, I've been meaning to talk with the homie because we did talk about that whenever he first got there. He called me from the minimum center, and we got to talking about it. And it's like because I just didn't understand why they weren't giving him any play, homie. They've given people who did weird stuff play. People who like killed their wives and then slept with the body, and you know what I mean?
Shit, there's those kids, bro. That one kid, he whacked like 4 of the family members, killed the whole family. Only one he didn't kill was one sister. They're getting ready to let this little fucker out. They're getting ready to let him go. Yeah. Killed like 4 people.
Mm-hmm. Those kids that I fished in with, that kid Ball that I fished in with, they decapitated those homeless people. In like 2000, they killed like 3 or 4 homeless people, and they decapitated one of them. They're out.
It's because it was a cop, bro. It's because it was a crime against a cop.
And it just blew me away that they weren't, after letting all those people go, and they're just holding on to this fool. And it's like, come on, man.
It's because it was a crime against a popo.
If you look at the grand scheme of gang leaders, did Homeboy create a gang that has some violence and crime tied to it? Yes, he did. But Manuel is by far not the most dangerous person running around. There's some of these fucking white dudes and black dudes and different things that are vicious. I mean, that take people's lives.
I mean, can he be? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can he be? Does he possess that power to like dominate somebody? Facts. He does.
But yeah, he doesn't act like
he's not that person.
I mean,
though.
You've got the argument for cats. I mean, I'm just gonna throw people out there. We'll say David Bueno. There's an argument to make that David Bueno should never come home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that fool's got bodies.
No, I got you.
No problem taking people's lives.
No, I got you.
Know what I mean? He's proven that. Manuel's not that.
No, Manuel's got a lot of humanity in him, brother. For being in that place and incarcerated for that long, he's got a lot of humanity and love in him. And I think that's what they hate, bro, that they can't break that from him. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think they fear the opposite, bro. I think they fear the impact that this man can make, bro. And influence people. He definitely got a voice for it, bro. He's definitely got a passion for it. He talked to me when I was like senseless, bro. So I owe that man the world. You know, in my book, I could never pay back what he gave me, because everything that I have and everything that, a lot of it started right there.
It'd be dope if he gets out, Doug.
Yeah.
It'd be dope if he gets out and just starts, just because the way that it's, just the way that he attracts people.
He needs to start like a nonprofit.
He could.
And I might even think about starting it before he even gets here. You know what I mean?
He could, and Manuel would do very well soliciting donations.
Yep.
Talking to people and soliciting donations and going around and being an ambassador.
He has the right heart for it, bro.
Yeah.
He's not a greedy.
Whenever you meet him, he's not only huge and massive, he makes you feel comfortable.
Yes.
Whenever you're around him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, he would do very well at a nonprofit. He would do very well soliciting donations.
And you know what? And how would it be if you call it like First Fathers Foundation? You know what I mean, brother? To where it's like, where we turn a negative into a positive, bro. You know what I'm saying? But before my mom died, brother, I was getting ready to go back into the prisons and do ministry, brother. I told you this. I was real on like a real, a faith thing.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not now. It's just I was very, I was actually, trying to do ministry, bro. So, and they were getting ready to open the doors and let me back in the prison. I never thought that would be allowed. I never thought they'd let me in there again. You know what I mean? I never thought they would like, oh, come on in here and talk to some of these inmates. But they asked, bro. You know what I mean? And it's mainly because of my own fears that I didn't. After my mom died, I kind of like took a step back a little bit. But that being said,
do you think you took a step back because you felt like they might deny you?
No. You know what, brother? I felt like I'd have been faking it going in there trying to talk life into somebody, because I was really at a broken, lost point in my life. And that's my mom passing away, brother, was like probably one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. I still depressed over it. Still have my days. It's a fucked up feeling, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I lost my father at a very early age, and I used to lie to myself as a man, as a younger man, that I was already prepared if I lost her. You know what I mean? Because I lost my father at such an early age. But facts are that it's not the truth.
That wasn't true. Yeah.
Bro. That was very like life changing. When stuff happens to me like that, brother, I changed. I quit a job that I was at for 8 years. I walked in, gave my 2 week notice. I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna quit this. And but yeah, brother. Yeah, I'll change it the whole way. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, I'm already uncomfortable. Let's just take this deeper. You know what I mean? And see where we end up.
They talk
We
about
build.
that. You know what they say? They talk about this, and they talk about this with Donald Trump. They talk about it with chaos theory.
Yeah.
They said, whenever you turn all the tables in the room over, you're the one in charge.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one controlling anything. And they
Yeah.
said Trump does this. You'll see Trump do this a lot. He'll throw a bomb in the middle of everything, make a bunch of stupid statements, and everything will explode and get everything worked up. But he's controlling everything.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's the same type of thing. Like you said, well, just quit the job, just upset all this, turn all this over,
Yeah.
reset this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And see where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I first got out, and my success was from my first job. I was printing at the Denver Post. I was there like 9-10 years. I ended up walking away from that job, bro, and took a buyout. I did it for financial reason. It was, dope. I was in a good financial place, so took a buyout. They paid me. I got unemployment plus what they paid me to walk away, severance. I seen the writing on the wall. I seen the newspaper was going to crumble.
Yeah.
And when I did all that, bro, it really, it was a point where I was like, was it you staying out of trouble? Or was it this job keeping you out of trouble? You know what I mean? Did you really change? Or were you just in this job and focused so much that you weren't getting in much? Because, dude, I'll be honest with you, I was getting in fights. There was times I was, when I was on parole, I remember I tripped some fucking acid. And oh my God, I was so fucked up. And every time I trip acid, for some reason, that movie, fucking Natural Born Killers comes on. I don't give a fuck what. I just trip, and that movie's always on.
Yeah.
But that movie was on. My wife went to bed. I'll waking my wife up tweaking. Like, you need to take me to the hospital. Oh, you think I'm gonna be stuck like this? I was like, I think. And she was like, you're on parole, stupid. I was like, I'll just say somebody put something in my drink. Somebody slipped me a Mickey. But you got to take me to the hospital because I'm gonna be stuck all fucked up like this. This ain't gonna. And I wasn't coming down. I was all scared. I was like, man, you're gonna be stuck like this forever, you stupid fuck. I got all high. It was crazy. But it was funny. But like I said, when I did that, it was just basically I didn't know if it was me that really changed or, I don't think we ever really changed, bro. We still hold on to some of those things, though. No matter how much bullshit that whole ideology is that we, fell victim to, being a gang member.
If you think about the way that we grow, you're never going to get rid of everything that's you, and you're never going to keep everything. You're constantly shedding.
Yeah.
You're constantly burning off the dead wood. And what they are is, it's actions or feelings or thoughts that aren't productive. Is hopefully what a healthy person does is looks at the fact that I screamed at my wife tonight, I didn't get the response that I wanted, and says, fuck, I need to trim that behavior off, right? Because it's not producing what I want. And then if you do that 1,000,000 times in a row, night after night after night after night, eventually you end up with something that's presentable and doesn't act like an asshole. Right?
They say it only takes 2 weeks to create a new habit, my brother.
That's what they say.
So
That's what they
I don't
say.
know. We'll see.
And this is something else that I've learned is that neural pathworks and our drive to do things is based upon an incentive model. And the reason why is because if you do, let's say you're shooting at something, right? Let's say you're shooting a target and you hit the target, that little boost of energy you get where you go, yeah, right? That's actually chemical. That's dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah, releasing in your brain.
Your brain releasing dopamine, right? So what you can do is, and dopamine is controlled through a system that is built upon chasing things or trying to do things, achieving goals, things like this. So if your life's not going right and you set yourself up a set of small goals throughout the day, as you complete those goals, you get little hits of dopamine. You'll build a neural pathway, and it will become stronger and stronger. And then the goals have to continue to get bigger and da 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 da. You know what I mean? You know how it feels whenever you win $1,000 on a game of poker.
Okay.
That's dopamine. That's dope. That's actually your brain shooting you with dopamine. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Same thing. So you build little pathworks, build little neural pathworks where there's prizes at the end of it for good behavior. And it incentivizes good behavior. And you're like, this is what I try to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, of course it doesn't always work. We stray off and shit like that. But.
I'm gonna take your advice and demonstrate some good behavior. I'm gonna tap out. My wife's a little frustrated with these children, so
you're gonna read the room. You're gonna read the room real quick.
Little Tarzan's going off, so I gotta go regulate. Grandpa got regulate, but
yeah.
So I'm gonna take your advice, brother. I'm gonna be a good steward. I'm gonna go assist my wife and respects to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for tapping in, and respects to Manuel, man. I love that brother. I love all my brothers. Like I said, I dig the shit out of you. I'm glad we met, bro. And you're a real motherfucker, man. In my book, you're a real motherfucker, a solid one. So, you know what I mean? I don't fuck with many, but I fuck with you, and I'm glad you paid back, brother, and you definitely helped me with all this, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who's in the chat. And good night, and you guys all have a blessed one.
Later, brother. Like the studio. As men, we do grow and mature. I mean, hopefully, but it's not though. That's unfortunately that's not always true, because there's plenty of men who don't. You know what I mean? There's plenty of 40-year-old children who refuse to nourish those neural pathworks, or instead of nourishing the neural pathworks that are at the end of achieving a goal, they just set up a structure around them that allows those goals to be met by other people, i.e. their mother, right? I don't have to work to attain a goal if my mother just completes the goals all the time. If I just sit around the house, then I can tie my goal system, my goal attaining system to a video game, and then I can just have my mother do all the other things, because those goals are stupid. They're not important to what I like. I like video games, right? But the problem is now you're doing nothing but building neural networks focused on that, whereas you should be building neural networks focused at women, focused at a job, focused at friendships, focused at healthy healthy friendships and activities, pastime activities and stuff like that. Even small reward centers like doing the laundry, doing the trash, stuff like that. You know what I mean? These are all built to where you can actually get a small shot of dope at the end of it. You know what I mean? Can actually make you feel better, right? And we know this. This is why everything, you know what I mean? Whenever, like I said, whenever you win a hand of cards, or you win at poker, or a lottery ticket, or whenever you finish a product and you fucking kill it, whenever you finish a project or something like that and you fucking kill it, and you know you killed it, that's that feeling. That's that feeling you're feeling. You know what I mean? It's your body saying that you got something right. You did something right. So, what if doing something right is hard? What if it takes time, right? What if doing something right is actually really hard because I'm a rich kid from the suburbs and my parents expect a lot of me, right? What if doing something right is like getting into fucking law school and getting straight A's? Well, I've got getting into law school and getting straight A's at the end of this incentive structure, or I've got fentanyl at the end of this one. So fentanyl can get me right there. It can get me all the dopamine and everything that I need. It can make me feel good, and it's a hell of a lot easier than getting into fucking law school and getting straight A's. Right? Confront, deal, heal, and move on to get over trauma. It's not a bad. That's not bad advice. It's really not. That's one thing I have noticed, is that you do have to, especially even talking about it into, like, it can be hard to get over something. People would think this, but they don't. We don't realize how much we actually won't even say things at times. there's things that we don't even want to verbalize. Like somebody will bring it up and you'll be like, you know, like you don't even want to talk about it. You don't even want to verbalize it. That's attached to something. That's directly attached to not wanting to deal with things. And I say this about myself. I've got weird things whenever, if I'm thinking about something and it pops up in my head and it's uncomfortable, I'll say the word no. I'll tell myself no. Like I'll shake it off, be like, no. We're not dealing with that. And I've had to realize that over the years, be like, this is a coping mechanism. I'm literally audibly telling myself no, that we're not going to deal with that. And I realized, okay, you got to take a look at those things. Anything that has that natural tick in it where you say no, you got to look into those, right? And I forced myself to. And I forced myself to verbalize a lot of things that make us uncomfortable, that we don't actually like to say. We know they're true, but we don't like to say them out loud, right? You gotta say that shit. You gotta speak it into existence to get over it. Shit, Fane ain't even for it. Oh, it's trash. Thank God I'm clean now. Yeah, fuck that shit. It was harder to quit black because the high was better than the Fetty. I was never huge on black. I tried Fetty a couple times, but I was never huge on black. I've done black, but yeah, congratulations, my homie. That's fucking dope. I'm glad you're clean. But anyway, thank you everybody, man. I just want to do. We're probably gonna have another live stream with the brother. I haven't been answering his calls. I didn't realize they moved him prisons a while back, and I know he moved, but I didn't realize the phone system had changed, and so now I know he's calling again. But I'm excited for my homie. My homeboy's a force of nature. My homeboy Manuel's a force of nature. There's a reason this fool started a prison gang. This fool's as big as a fucking door, dog. He's just takes up the whole. He looks like a football player. He's like the size of an offensive lineman, but that fool plays soccer and like baseball and basketball and shit like that. Like this fool's super agile, homie, and he can fight, and he got hands, and he's just the biggest loving fucking teddy bear that you would ever meet in your life, man. Just wants to love everybody and just spread, you know, peace and love and all that shit. He's like a hippie, homie, like a huge fucking hippie is what he's turned into after all these years. And he's a powerful man. And whenever they let him out, I do believe they're going to let him out. And whenever they let him out, he's going to do great things. I believe that. People are going to get to see who Manuel Gamboa was. Or is. So, thank you, my friend. Clean and sober 9 years. That's dope. Sexy Lakota's out of here. Later, my friend. Is that Joanne? It might be Joanne. Big sexy Lakota. I've been clean and sober for 9 years. I used to slam meth. I like to slam meth too. That was my trip too. Actually, most of my life I didn't slam meth. I would flirt back and forth with smoking it, but it was towards the end, right towards the very end, I was slamming dope. Right towards the end, I was doing some hot rails too, Tony Yayo. I've been clean since 2013. Now, don't get me wrong, have I partied since 2013? Yes, I have. But no speed. Speed was my problem. Speed was my issue. I did a couple bumps at the homeboy's birthday party a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Drink some beers, shit like that. But, no, for the most part, I'm done. Drug. And plus, my body just can't take it no more, man. I go on a little bender or something. I get high for a day or two, and it fucking trashes me, dog. Trashes my kidneys, my body, everything. You just can't take it no more, man. So it's my time with drug use and experimenting and all that is done. It's done. I'm over it. Been there, had the T-shirt, and moved on. Meth is huge out here. It's meth and fucking blues. The blues are like water, dude. The blues are so cheap out here. It's like people don't understand. It's 50 cents a pill. 50 cents a pill if you buy 100 for fentanyl. 50 cents a fucking pill. If you buy street level, if you're buying it at the street level, you're getting it for $3 a pill. $2.50 a pill, 2 for $5, something like that. And if you're buying like 100, you're gonna get them for like, you know, $2 a pill, $1.75 a pill. You know, buy 1,000, you're gonna get them for 50 cents. That's what you gotta buy. So you gotta spend $500, you get them for 50 cents. Now. It's so fucking cheap. Meth has even gone up a little bit. My homegirl was telling me the other day. She said meth went. She was paying 150, and she said she paid 240 for the last ounce that she grabbed. 240, and that's high. It just jumped. The price just jumped, and she was like, "This is bullshit." She was mad that she was paying 240 a zip. That was too much for her. She was pissed off about it. So if that tells you how much fucking drugs are in this city, I swear to God, it's never been like this, dude. I've been here since the 90s. Dog, drugs aren't this price. They're never supposed to be this price. It was never supposed to be like this. It's never been like this. I've been plugged in. I've been plugged in with the Mexicans. I got the work straight from Arizona, homie, with the scorpion stamped in it. That's all that was in it. It was just a scorpion pressed into the fucking coke, homie. I've gotten real bricks. You know what I mean? Huge chunks of fucking meth, all that shit. I'm pretty plugged in, dog. I was a gang member. I was a Mexican gangbanger, homie. Pretty plugged in. You know what I mean? Not El Chapo or nothing, but I'm pretty plugged in. And the best prices I ever got on meth were like $4.50. You know, I get like a quarter pound for like $1,600 or $1,700 or something like that, and that was a great price. That was a plugged-in price. And now, anybody off the street gets it for $2.50, right? It's I don't understand. How is all this dope getting here? It's like they're not even paying it. It's literally like they're not paying attention to the border. That's almost what it seems like. They're just not even paying attention to it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And it used to be a problem, you know. It used to be a problem bringing dope across the border. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I will tell you this. It's not just bringing it across the border. Whenever you bring it across the Texas border, there's then numerous checkpoints throughout the state of Texas on the highway that you have to end up getting through, right? You're going to hit at least two. Any way that I ever went, we hit at least two more checkpoints past the border, right? Where they were messing with us, where they were fucking with us. So, it's almost like they're just not even doing anything. You know what I mean? It's like they're not even doing their jobs. I don't even hear about those checkpoints anymore. I haven't been hearing about those checkpoints like that they're sweating people like that and all this other shit. You know? Meth has gone a bit up, but the quality has gone down. Last time I was doing drugs, meth was around 100-ish a zip in the IE, yeah? And the quality was starting to tank, yeah? That makes sense. A little bit cheaper than here, right? Because it's a couple stops. LA would be a couple stops before here, because ours pretty much comes up, from what I can tell anyway, from my dealing in Mexico, or my dealing in Colorado, but then again, this is all a decade old. But from what I could tell, the shit was coming up through Arizona, landing in Arizona, and that's where we were going to get it. So we were a couple stops away. So the IE's probably, you know what I mean, a little bit closer, less, one middleman less, so you're getting it for cheaper. But that price is nuts. If you don't know, if anybody doesn't know how much an ounce of methamphetamine is, ounce is a lot of fucking methamphetamine. If you're using dope, an ounce is a lot of methamphetamine. It's enough to get you high for, I mean, even if you were just going to fucking town, dude. If you're just going to town on an ounce by yourself, at least a week, and that's going to be a crazy week. You're going to be off the chain for a week. You know what I mean? I would say usually even closer to that, probably 2 weeks. You probably get fucked up for 2 weeks. No problem. Off an ounce if you're just getting high by yourself. Doing awful drugs for cheap. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It costs them like $2-3 to go get a pill of fentanyl, and you can get some serious fucking narcotics and get thrashed out of your fucking mind, dude, for like $2 or $3. That shit is crazy. Yeah, stay up, Tony Yayo. I appreciate you, my homie. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. All these wars, they probably don't care about the drug use. They want people to be high and confused. I believe, and that's kind of my theory. And not necessarily. I almost feel like the government has said, you guys are right. The war on drugs has been a complete failure, which it has. It's done nothing but the police they filled up all the prison systems, which people made a bunch of money off that, and then they gave a bunch of money to the police, and then the police created the crash units and all this other craziness. Kicked in people's doors, task force, all these crazy fucking mobile command vehicles and different weapons and all this other good shit to drugs, to combat drugs, the scourge that is drugs. So they've created this war, and now it's like they realize, well, fuck, the war fucking failed. What do you do after you fight a war for 30 years and it fucking fails, right? You can't admit to everybody that it's fucking failed, even though everybody can see that it's failed. Everybody knows clearly it has failed, right? There's more people using drugs now than ever, right? And now there's more of an influx of drugs than ever, and the people are using the deadliest drugs. So the outreach that is going out telling people that this shit will kill you isn't working at all, because the deadliest drug around is the one that they're all flocking to, right? It's just, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. I don't know if I would go that far, but I do believe they are actively ignoring the border, whether it's for political gain, because that's the best thing to do with Biden as president. I mean, because Biden's calling the shots. The executive calls the shots whenever they're in power. If they tell the Customs and Border Patrol agents to back the fuck up, they're going to back the fuck up. You know what I mean? And the CBP's talking about that. Customs and Border Patrol is talking about it. They're saying we have to let people go. We don't have a choice. We have marching orders. Our marching orders say what they say, and those are what we have to follow out, and there's nothing really we can do about that. You know what I mean? So I think they know it's coming in. I know they know it's coming in. It has to be coming in. And they'll throw out these stupid convoluted statistics. They'll say, oh, well, most of it comes actually through China. Yeah, that is besides the fucking point and doesn't really matter. Because you're right. A bunch of those chemicals do come from China. And then they bring them down into Mexico, and then the Mexicans mix them up and they press them into pills. Because the Mexicans can't make good chemicals. The Mexicans can make fentanyl, but they can't make good fentanyl. They've tried. And it turns out it's actually really hard to make some of those chemicals, and they can't make good quality chemicals. So it's cheaper for them to just buy the chemicals straight from China, who makes really, really good chemicals. And so they don't let them try to obfuscate, and they'll say, oh, well, it's not their fault, or it's this person's fault, or it's that person's fault. They know what the fuck is going on. They know this is happening. They can track it. They're tracking it from Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is the methamphetamine capital of the world. We would think it's here. We would think it's like fucking Arizona or Southern California or something like that. It is not. There is a multitude more methamphetamine produced in Southeast Asia. You're talking like Bangkok, Thailand, things like this, and it is trafficked. It's speed is extremely popular in Southeast Asia, right? Because these fishermen, it's all Eurasia, or what you call it, the islands. What's it? I want to call it Oceania, I think is actually what they call it, right? Isn't that what that area is called? What's that area called? I think it's Oceania. Paisa meth got bits of fent laced in it. Dog, just a decade ago, fools will lose their life for cutting drugs. I'm telling you. Yeah, you get fucked up for doing shit like that. You get fucked up for putting weird shit in there. You know what I mean? Because there was certain places. I got a homeboy who owns a head shop, right? And I asked him one day, I went over there, I was trying to get some porn. And his whole family owns all this string of head shops in town. And I went over there, I was like, hey, fool, let me get some porn. He's like, oh, yeah, sure. And he, like, grabs a couple off the shelves, and he just threw them to me. I was like, how much I owe you? He's like, you're good, dog. I was like, I'm good, you sure? He's like, ah. He goes, we don't make any money off of that shit. I said, no. He goes, homie, 70% of the revenue that is brought into this shop is from purchasing cocaine. Or not cocaine, from selling cut for cocaine and methamphetamine. He's like, I sell pounds, hundreds of pounds of cut for methamphetamine and cocaine out of this shop, and that is what keeps the up and running every day. He goes, all these pipes and shit, he goes, I make $1 or $2 on them. It ain't nothing. We sell them. He goes, that's why I don't really try to sell the motherfuckers. He goes, if we sell them, we sell them. If we don't, we don't. He goes, other people make them. We make a couple dollars on each of them. He said that cut is the cash cow, right? That was keeping the whole head shop afloat, just selling cut. China's shipping the precursors, all the precursor drugs, the chemicals. They're making them over there in China, and they're making them really, really potent, and just real potent shit, good chemicals. You know what I mean? And because at first, Mexico kind of tried to tell them to go fuck themselves. It was like, we'll make our own shit, and then they tried, and turns out Mexican manufacturing isn't the best manufacturing in the world. They produced some really, really low-grade chemicals. And they were just dirty and nasty, and they were like, maybe that's a bad idea. We'll just buy it pure from the Chinese government, or from the China. Now, China, Larry Wood. Now, why China does like to say, those chemicals are illegal, and we crack down, and and we don't. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I believe there's 9 of the biggest factories in Asia are operating out of China, and they openly are transporting these chemicals. It's not debatable what they're doing. They're absolutely doing that. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Antoine. Do I think Mikey regrets his tattoo? Mikey who? Who got a tattoo? Who is Mikey? Which Mikey? Who sent you? I know a couple people named Mikey. Or Mike Alvarado. We were talking about Mike Alvarado earlier. Is that what you're talking about? I know Mike Montoya. The homie Mike Montoya. It's actually one of my little homies. Is Mike Montoya. Put that fool on. Put this fool on. Put this fool on. He had a little size to him. He just come out of boot camp, a little bit of size to him. And I was the big homie, you know what I mean? And then we went our separate ways. And then about 5 years later, man, I ran into this fool in Cheyenne Mountain. Homie, this fool's pushing like 380, dog. He was fucking yoked. I was like, really, fool? He was like, I'm the big homie now, dog. Fool, he was big, homie. He was a hell of a lot bigger than I was. 6 billion goes to Iran. What do you mean? I know Israel's going for it with the with Hamas right now, and they've been going for it with Iran. They've been in a tit for tat back and forth with Iran for a while. You know, Iran is one of the most beautiful fucking like nutrient rich fucking countries on the planet. It's like a mountainous paradise. It's like Colorado in a state. Imagine Colorado in a state by itself, bigger and more resourceful, right? With the mountain ranges spread out even more. I mean, it's just fucking beautiful. And nobody really knows much about the country, and nobody really goes there. They don't get to visit it, and they don't really know these things. You know what I mean? Because there's just not a lot of touristy pictures and stuff like that comes out. But it is fucking gorgeous. It's like one of the hidden gems of the fucking Middle East, dude. It's like eventually, like Bill Gates and them will be living there. Watch, they're gonna find a way to buy it up or something. Watch. That's probably why they're mad. That's probably why they don't like Iran, because that's what it is. We won't let the elites get in there and do whatever the hell they want. Chicano 2, Mikey, mess up his arms with the tattoo cover-up. Did he really? Mikey from the Salinas Report got a tattoo of a green sleeve. Let me look. We might have to pull it up. Let's see if we can find something funny. He got a tattoo of a green sleeve. Didn't he change it from the Salinas Report? Isn't it something else now? Chicano Tube. Oh, that's why you kept saying Chicano Tube. You're right. Let's look. Let's see. Untold Native History. Smokey's Crazy Wildfire. Let's see where his videos are. Let's see. Nothing. Podcast tells us who's really for the people. Viral clip. The full community. It was pink and covered in diamonds. I don't see nothing about tattoos. Let me see. Okay, I do see some. Okay, I can see the whatchalls. I can see the tattoos. What is it? Is it an American flag? Yeah, it looks like an American flag with a rose in it or something like that. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Maybe you got that. I am telling you, Gangish, with Rick out the picture for now. No respects to him. Try a collar with G. Oh, doing a collaboration with G Dirt. It probably would be a good idea. If we're just going to be honest, you know. And one of the G Dirt's best qualities is that he can pick up the opposite side of anything. He's good at looking at the others, because some people just can't. Some people you can ask them to be like, well, what is that person? What would that person think about this? What if that happened to that person? And their fucking heads, you know what I mean? And it's a very good, it's a sign of intelligence. It's a sign of intelligence and emotional empathy, to be able to be like, fuck, to realize how somebody else felt in a situation that wasn't you, right? It's a sign of emotional intelligence. G Dirt's very good at that. He's very good at looking at the, you know, playing the devil's advocate, and that's good. That will leave you always. It's on his shorts. Oh, it's on his shorts. Okay, let me check them out. Whatever happened to VPS? He's VPS is okay. His got the better of him real bad. He's got Crohn's disease. And I used to date a woman with Crohn's disease, so I actually happen to know a lot about it. And Crohn's disease in a big way is affected to your stress. So I have a feeling him dealing with the divorce and everything with his wife, and then not taking care of himself, and then being stressed out driving across the country. And then, you know, he had some situations there driving across the country where some people left him out in the cold, and then some other people, and then he got caught in a fucking tornado, and then he came out here for a couple days. He was cool whenever we chilled out here for a couple days, but he's going through it. You know what I mean? The homie's just going through it, and he lost a bunch of weight and ended up in the hospital. And Crohn's does that. Crohn's will make it so it doesn't matter how much food you eat, your body won't break down the food to get the nutrients, right? It's like the body steals the nutrients and just shits it out. It won't absorb the nutrients. And it's getting him. But at the same time, I was like, well, what are you going to do, dog? He's like, homie, he's like, I kind of feel like shit. He's like, I know I look like shit. I don't really want to be on camera. He's like, I do still want to make my videos, and I've got videos in the pipeline, and he does too. He's still got, you will see more videos and more lives and more premieres. He's like, I got a bunch of interviews just from driving across the U.S. and stuff like that. He's like, I got a bunch of footage, so I got the channel covered. He was like, but he's like, I know. Basically, he told me, he's like, I know I look like shit. He's like, I look fucking horrible. He's like, let me get it together real quick. Try to put some of this weight back on, and try to and I think it's got a lot to do with just being stressed the fuck out. You know what I mean? Basically living out of his car. You know. He went from a steady, at-home, stable life, which maybe it was, you know, not the best relationship in the world or whatever, but at least it was a stable home life, something that you knew and, you know, every day, to having your whole world turned upside down, and having to live out of your car, and, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And it's like, I think it just got him. It got the better of him. It got the better of his Crohn's, and that Crohn's just tore his ass up. Boom. It's a flag and a green arm. Yeah, I see it. It's a green arm. It looked like a flag with, like, I don't know, like a rose in it. Like there was a flag like this, and there was like a rose in it, or I don't know, maybe it was a bulldog or something like that. Mikey really wanted to cover up. Yeah. No, I believe you. I should connect with I should look at the other one. What, the other arm? Let's see. I'll pull up Mikey's stuff real quick. We'll look at it together. I seen the little thing on his arm, but it wasn't crazy. And honestly, it didn't really look, I don't know. Let's see. Back it up a little bit. Okay, there's that one, right? So this right here, I don't know what that says. That looks like an R-E-R-C. I don't know what the fuck that says. And then the other arm. Okay, there we got an American flag. And then whatever's right here, I'm not 100% sure what's in there, if it's a face. Yeah, but that other one on his other arm, that's old. You know what I mean? Anything that's on his right arm, you can just tell from the whatchamacallit of that's old ink. So he didn't get nothing new on that. That American flag might be new, I don't know. I could see him. It wouldn't surprise me if he's at a point where he's like, I'm gonna take some of my gang tattoos off. I've seen it done. I never did it. I never saw the point. Oh wow, I just thought about him the other day. I hadn't seen him around. Hope he feels better. Yeah, he's you know, that shit's rough, man. He's been married to that woman for a long time, and the whole world gets turned upside down. Oh yeah. You guys did say to go to his shorts, huh? My bad. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, let me pull it up. No music. So it looks like a Mexican eagle maybe right there. Is that what that is? That's the Mexican eagle from the Mexican flag that's holding the snake, but it's on the American flag. And it does look like there's a cover up because I can see something underneath it. Go for him, I guess. Yeah. Oh, wow. He just got it all black or what? Maybe. He just got the whole thing covered up, huh? In a big old block. I don't think I would do that. There's too many good tattoo artists out there to just get it blocked out. Because that shit looks nasty. I've seen people with it blocked out. I wouldn't want that on me. Good for him, though. I'm happy for him. What is this? Is this a new house?
5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 635, huge backyard. This one's not going to last long. I'm going to be here until 3 o'clock. Come on down.
Oh, this is what he's doing? Or
Live from the open house in Greenfield.
good for him. Oh. Alright. would I rock a green arm? Yeah, no, I'm not yeah, no, I'm not getting any black bars on me or anything like that. I don't know. I have seen people do that, but it's usually a sign that somebody left a gang in a bad way whenever you see things blacked out all crazy and shit like that. You know what I mean? Plus, I never wanted to fucking I never wanted to cover anything up anyway. But anyway, my friends, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you for listening to the homie and tapping in with the homeboy Conrad. Just showing support tonight, homie. I appreciate you guys. Sunday, call it a night. Broncos, baby, Broncos. Jesus. This is a rough season, dog, for Denver. Luckily, we got the NBA championship, so we can float on that for a little while, I guess. We got Jokic, homie. Don't trip. Anyway, later, my friends. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Bang, bang, gang, gang, from gangs to grads.